Brexit news, France G.L.O.A.T.S UK has made huge concessions on fishing to seal breakthrough. France has boasted Britain has made significant concessions over fishing in Brexit trade talks over the past 2 days, with a deal between the UK and European Union reported to be on the verge of being agreed. The French official, who declined to be named, told Reuters, the British have made huge concessions in the negotiations in the past 48 hours. The insider also warned that on fishing in particular, the latest position from the UK was far from the 3-year access to British waters and 80% reduction in quotas offered by London a week ago. Fisheries has proved to be a major stumbling block in post-Brexit trade deal talks as the end of the transition period approaches on December 31st. Britain will leave the EU's common fisheries policy and wants to adopt a system of annual negotiations of quotas, rather than a fixed number of catches. The Prime Minister has vowed to take back control of the UK's 200 nautical mile coastline, and it is thought this would involve cutting EU access by up to 60% over a 3-year period. But, with just days to go in negotiations, reports suggested the UK had caved in on this and offered to reduce the amount of fish EU fishermen can catch by around a third over the next 5 years. The prospect of handing large swathes of fish back to EU vessels has been condemned by UK fishing group Fishing for Leave, who branded the proposal abysmal. Fishing for Leave also claimed if EU fishermen were denied access to UK waters after the 5-year period of adjustment, then tariffs would be imposed on all goods. In a statement, Fishing for Leave said, after 5 years of waiting to get back just a third of our fish, if we do try to get to where we should be, the EU has a huge lever to whip us to where it wants with the threat of all goods tariffs or rescind the deal. They added, essentially we now have a fishing backstop. Nominal independence but no ability to use it because of a bigger issue. Sewn up, stitch up. Britain officially left the EU in January under the Brexit withdrawal agreement, and the UK fishing group has blamed the deal, struck in large by former Prime Minister Theresa May, for the current situation. They argue the treaty should be abandoned and insist the EU has no right to demand a single piece of fish from UK waters. Fishing for Leave added, no other nation barters raw resources for trade. The Tories should be ashamed they acceded to May's dire deal. That's led to this, particularly when they've a majority to rip it up. We are under no obligation to give the EU one tail, yet somehow the narrative of getting a third of our rightful possessions back from our neighbours is okay. It's pathetic.